Welcome everyone to the Side Draft Podcast. This past weekend, the Truck Series went to Eldora, the one and only dirt race in the NASCAR's top 3 series. So, interesting race for the trucks this weekend.
Yes.
Or
not
a weekend.
Middle of the week. It was very interesting. We want to thank Tony Stewart for taking real good care of this track and putting this event on for us. And he does a real good job setting up Eldora. Eldora. But yeah, this is a good race. And then have some speculation. Maybe Xfinity cars may have a race here. I know Dale Jr. said he likes the idea.
We shall see if that'll work in the future. But we're going to take you through this race. So, not a normal race. We have heat racing and stage racing mixed in together. So, the first heat we had Sheldon Creed jumping the start, and the 33 would spin around. Creed goes to the back. Creed gets mad and decides to take a souvenir. John Hunter Nemechek's bumper. So.
Get out of my way. I don't want to take one piece at a time. So it's funny. It was stuck to the front of his truck for a while, and I don't know if John Hunter just got a little slow in turn. I know Creed is trying to get to the front.
And Ben Rhodes would win the heat and claim the pole, but Creed would go back to finish second. So that's good for that new rookie in the Truck Series.
Yeah, he made a good comeback.
So in Heat 2, we had Logan Seavey and Gilliland on the front row. Thorson would spin, causing a caution. And Gilliland would beat Seavey on the restart. So really good for Kyle Busch Motorsports right there.
Oh, yeah.
And Dalton Sargent, Otto, and Thorson will go to the last chance qualifier. In Heat 3, Chase Briscoe gets an amazing start. Just goes around on the outside of both trucks on the restart. Dipple and Wyndham, they get together, and Briscoe just cruises right by him and has a easy stage win or heat win. Norm the Storm Benning would beat a Kyle Busch Motorsport truck.
Wow, that's pretty awesome right there.
And Strickler would also beat Gregson, which would move him to the last chance qualifier, along with Chavis and Jennifer Jo Cobb. And in Heat 4, the columnist of all of the heats, Matt Crafton, would win, and Johnny Sauter is going to go to a last chance qualifier.
Man, that's surprising that Johnny Sauter. I guess he couldn't get the handle on the dirt track. So.
Yeah, also Harmon and Collins to the last chance qualifier. And in Heat 5, it would be Friesen versus Ryan Newman in the 3. So Ryan Newman driving this truck almost gets a heat win.
Yeah, that's a good finish for Jordan Anderson truck. It's really good to see it up there. I know Ryan Newman's trying to come over and help them with their program, and I know he's got his sponsor on the truck for this race.
But Friesen would win, and the 43 and 03 would go to the last chance qualifier. Nemechek and Gregson would claim the last spots in the qualifier, but everyone else would have to use provisionals to get into the race, which is kind of disappointing when you think about it, because it's like it takes so much of the excitement away if there's not actually a last chance qualifier if you get in anyway. So
I guess it just depends on how they line up in the race itself. I guess they're just racing for a position. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they get more practice on what the track's going to be like for the race. They get an extra chance to practice for it.
And the main race would begin. We would have a 4-wide salute. Ben Rhodes on the pole. A lot of excitement. A lot of fans here in Eldora. Something that's been a issue in NASCAR is not a lot of fans show up, but at Eldora, a lot did.
Yeah, I think everybody likes the dirt track and see how the truck's going to do. it's an exciting race. I mean, you beat and bang, and nobody gets really mad at each other, and it's just part of the dirt track racing. There's a lot of excitement in there. Everybody wants to come see how they do.
Who knows? We might see some dirt in the Cup Series in a few years. But Johnny Sauter, the man with the most wins, spins with 30 to go very early on in the stage.
Yeah, I ain't sure if somebody got into him or he just got loose or what it was, but he was just spinning around.
And later on, the 45 of Fontaine was slamming the wall, caused a caution. So Sauter gets his lap back. So not too bad for Sauter at this point.
No, he had a little bit bad luck, but good luck with the caution, come out and got his lap back and get back on the lead lap. So.
And everyone saw Friesen as the one to beat here. So the 54 accidentally gets into Friesen. Friesen would spin around, causing a bunch of cars, trucks, and everywhere to go different places. And Friesen's just hoping no one hits him as he's sitting there watching everyone come at him.
Yeah, that's kind of a wild situation. Here you are, you turn around, everybody's flying by you. It's like you're going on the wrong way on the freeway or something. So he just kept rolling backwards, just trying to help make sure nobody ran into him. So then he spins back around and he continues on.
11 to go in the stage. Ben Rhodes just cruises to a stage win. He had a very awesome truck there at Eldora. He would win. Second place would be CV. Kyle Larson kept talking about how good he was, and we saw that there tonight. Chase Briscoe would get third. Wyndham in fourth, and then Dipple in fifth.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting the way the pit strategy, way pit road was, and their different way they pitted this time. It was a little bit of confusion. I believe that Ben Rhodes was wanting to come in, but didn't get the call at the last time and got confused, and so he stayed out.
Stage 2 would begin. Ben Rhodes and Briscoe on the front row. But bad luck for Rhodes, as we've seen it so many times this season. Ben Rhodes, his terrible luck. I mean, his flat tire slams the wall, has to go to pit road, his day's done.
Yeah, he never did recover much from that.
And also issues for a past champion, Crafton, and the 17 would get together, and the 17 would show his frustration a little bit.
Oh, yeah. And not to mention, Newman got a little piece of Crafton too, so took his left rear corner panel out with him, and they come in the pit road and fix the damage on the 3 truck.
And that destroyed the front end of Newman's truck, and just Jordan Anderson's truck would never get back in the mix there. It just kind of cruised around a few laps down, but still a good day for Newman.
Oh, yeah.
Briscoe would go on to win the stage so far. ThorSport, even though their top driver did get knocked out, they're still winning the stages. We'll see how they do in stage 3. CV would take the lead. He'd go out to like a very comfortable lead, a couple seconds even. Briscoe and Enfinger took 2 tires or 4 tires, how many, on that caution. But the lead trucks did not. CV would get to amazing lead. Friesen in second. Nothing they could really do. As soon as they say he doesn't want a caution, what he gets is a caution.
That's usually what happens. They say, well, he don't want a caution, and the next thing you know, caution comes out. Or if it talk, you say the bad word, caution, and then all of a sudden something happens, it comes out.
And then it was like 15 to go. We had 2 cautions, and it's already overtime for some reason. We had a lot of mixing up on the restarts there, and multiple wrecks for the few laps that we've got to do in 15 laps. So it's already overtime. CV lost the lead on that last restart, and it would be Briscoe versus Enfinger. It looks like it'll be Enfinger's got a better truck, but Briscoe fights him off, wins 2 in a row for Briscoe, because the last time he raced in the truck series was at Homestead, and he won that race. So it's 2 in a row for Briscoe.
Yeah, I always enjoy watching Chase Briscoe race for Brad Keselowski trucks. He was always good in those trucks. It's good to see him come back and back it up with another win.
So as we move from the dirt race at Eldora, we're going to a much longer track, a tricky track, you could say, the tricky triangle of Pocono. Who do you think is going to be good there?
I think Johnny Sauter will rebound there. I know he didn't really finish well. Didn't do well in the dirt. I think he'll come back and maybe reclaim his self in Pocono.
As for me, I'm going to go to the long shot. I mean, it's not really a long shot when you go for a KBM truck, but I think that Todd Gilliland will get his first ever Truck Series win at Pocono. The Ford truck had a great year last year at Pocono, so we might see that this year. So hope you all enjoyed this race. I know we did. It's awesome, exciting. Hopefully we'll see some more dirt tracks in the top 3 series, and we'll see you next week for Pocono.